Hi, thank you so much for joining me for my comparison review of 3 pixies from the new City collection by Belle Tress. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. Before we start, I would like to say a big thank you to Wig Studio One for sending me all 3 pieces so I can compare these 3 for you. So let's dive straight in. I'm wearing San Francisco in the new color Beige Linen Blonde. Gorgeous color, really pretty. So the color code for this one is 1622613 plus 8. So what you have is a honey blonde, a champagne blonde, a light blonde, and a light chestnut brown root. And here is the color outside. So just so you know, I have no ring light on. Inside I only have 2 big windows. So you get an idea of what it looks like in the indoor light and in the natural light outside. So I want to talk about the similarities because personally I find there are more similarities amongst those 3 than there are differences. The first one is the cup construction. They all have the same cup construction. They all have an extended lace front that runs into the ear tab, so you get that natural hairline, if you like, on the side. That then goes into a left mono part, and that on all 3 goes right to the back of the crown. And it's a fairly wide one, so you have a little bit of parting space options there. And then you have velvet covered ear tabs with metal stays in them. You have an extended nape, Velcro adjusters, and open wefts, sides and back. So let's pop her back on. So you see how easy it is to put these on, style them, and out the door you go. You might want to cut off the tag. So I do the 4-finger rule. So it needs to come up just a little bit more. And then you can just play with the layers, which is so fun. Another similarity, or what's the same on me at least, is the fit. It's an average cap on all 3. Straight out of the box, for my 21.5-inch circumference, I did not have to move the adjusters and it fits comfortably. There is a little bit of gapping in the back, but I always have that on most wigs. And there is room to maneuver in and out. So they would fit at least a 22, and they would fit a slightly smaller circumference as well. But please always check that with Wig Studio One to ensure it would fit you and it would fit you comfortably. Also on all 3, there is no permatease that I can feel. These are low density pixies. I mean, if there is permatease, I can't feel it. So it is absolutely minimal if there is any. And that's on all 3. So let's look at all 3 in one from all sides. And here we come to the slight differences, and they are the length of certain areas. However, most of them are identical as well. Let's have a look at all 3. On Palo Alto, the bangs are 2.5 to 3.5 inches, the sides are 6 inches, the nape is 2 inches, and overall is 6 inches, and it weighs 2.3 ounces. San Francisco, the bangs are 3 inches, the sides are 6 inches, the nape is 1.5 inches, overall 6 inches, and the weight is 2.3. On Napa, the bangs are 3.5 inches, the sides are 6 inches, the nape is 1 inch, overall 6 inches, and the weight is 2.1 ounces. I would say is the longest pixie is San Francisco because it has got these longer layers here at the front, and they are almost ear tuckable, so that you can put them behind your ear like this. And then I would say is Napa, because it has these slightly longer. So let me show you Napa. So this is Napa. And here you can see it has got some of these longer layers as well, but they're not quite as long. They're still kind of attackable, but they are, I would say they're slightly shorter. And I think the layers here are a little bit shorter too. So you can just about kind of tuck it, but I do think on San Francisco it's slightly easier to do because they're slightly longer. I think the shortest out of these three pixies is Palo Alto, because it has got not these longer layers here as such, and it has really quite short layers on the top. And the other two don't have as shorter layers on here. Especially this bit here is shorter on Palo Alto than it is on the others. So you still have this kind of thing here, but this layer here is shorter. So this bit you can tuck. But this layer here is shorter than it is on the other two. So that's what I feel that this one is the shortest. Now, there isn't much between them, as you can tell from the measurements that I talked to you about earlier. So whilst I have this on, I want to talk about this new color as well, which is so pretty. So this one is called Mocha Maple Brown, and the code for this one is 627. So you have a medium chestnut brown and a strawberry blonde blend, and there is no root. And here's the color outside. So let's talk about this new color, which is Caramel Blonde R. So pretty. It's a 30, 27, 613 plus 10. So you have a light auburn, medium strawberry blonde, and a light blonde with a medium golden brown root. So here you can see that this front layer is longer than on Palo Alto. You still have this that you can tuck like you can on Palo Alto. But these layers here in general just are that little bit longer. And here you can see that these top layers are longer, front layer is longer. So styling, I think you can, all three of them can be styled like really demure, like so. So you brush it all down. Or you can move them all up. And that's really easy to do, as you can see. So you can make them a little bit wild if you want. And all three look extremely cute with the headband. So I want to look at the lace fronts because I think they are gorgeous. So on San Francisco, on this color, is beautifully done. So natural. It does look like it's coming straight from your head. The mono part is well done as well. It might need a little bit of plucking if you like a bit more of an obvious line, but I think this is actually really well done. So let's look at the lace front on Mocha Maple Brown. Really well done. There is no root on this color, but it still looks amazing, like it's growing out of your head. The mono part probably needs a little bit of plucking. And now let's look at the lace front on Caramel Blonde R. Again, beautiful. You wouldn't know. Extended, really well done. Transition into the ear tabs, really well done as well. Mono part. Again, I think it might need a little bit of plucking. So to summarize, all three are cute pixies. They come in the new colors, so there's a choice you can have. I think they are quite interchangeable. I think if you wanted to start with a short pixie, the shortest, in my opinion, is the Palo Alto, because it has these kind of shorter layers at the front. And then I think if you want to have like grow out feel to it, then you can go on to the Napa and then eventually to the San Francisco, which I'm wearing now. And then it just looks like you had a really short pixie cut and you're growing it out. So that might be a way to go. Otherwise, density-wise, cap construction-wise, fit-wise, they are absolutely the same. I do not feel a difference in terms of how they fit, in terms of density, etc. So I hope you enjoyed this comparison review of all three pixies from the City Collection by Belle Tress. Thank you again to Wig Studio One for sending me all three pieces so I can review them for you. If you have any questions, any comments, put them down below, or go to Wig Studio One's website where you can find their contact details. And if you haven't done so already, please follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at KWearsWigs. Have a lovely, lovely day, and I hope I see you soon. Bye.